I am a huge fan of summer, and I cannot wait to bring out my summer makeup. This is my monthly collab with Leanna Dalton, and we are going to be showing you some products that we're bringing in for summer. I'm only going to be showing you eyeshadow palettes, face palettes, and complexion products that I am bringing in for summer. Because I don't have a whole lot of summer lipsticks, but I do have some products that are multitasking, multi-purpose. You can use on your cheeks, your lips, and your eyes. So I will be going over those. I'm going to start in the order that you put things on your face. So I'm not going to show you foundations because foundations are foundations. However, in the summer, I like to add a little bit more glow. I like to glow up my chest. I like to glow my shoulders if we're going out to eat or if wherever we're going. If I want to be a little glowy, I will add some glow products. So I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is a new purchase. I finished one of these in February. I actually created my own, but it's not exactly what I wanted. I'm still using it, but I had to repurchase. I had to repurchase the e.l.f. Halo Glow because I absolutely love this product. So I will mix this in with my foundation to just give that little bit of glow. And this is the shade 3. So I won't use it to color correct. The one that I finished at the beginning of the year was shade 4. So I used it to color correct my foundations. This will just add a little bit of glow. Along with that, I have 2 of the Glowy Super Gels from Say, and I have the Rose Glow, which is this one. And these are just deluxe sample sizes. And then I have the Warm Glow that I got gift with purchase from Sephora. Yay. This one came from Erin, but I love both of those and I use them to glow up my foundation. And then finally, I have the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer. This is such a great glowy primer. This I don't use to mix with my foundation. This I put on my face. I put this directly on my face, and let me tell you what, it is beautiful. I don't think they have this on the site anymore. I found mine on Amazon. I finished one of these last year and I loved it. So I'm hoping that they did not discontinue it. But this does not show texture on mature skin. When I first discovered this, I had seen a woman who has mature skin. Can't remember who it was, you guys. But I saw her using this and I was like, wait, that looks beautiful. I need to buy it. I bought it. I used up a whole one of these and it was gorgeous. So I did repurchase this either at the beginning of the year or at the end of last year, but this will definitely be coming in for summer. There's Luna back there. See Luna? Say hi, Luna. Hi, Boonie Bear. Luna had to come up and say hi. Hello. Hello. Yes, you are the sweetest baby. We had her all week. We usually just have her on the weekends. We had her starting last Friday. It is now Sunday when I'm filming this. We've had her all week. So I love that. I love that. So those are glowy products, and you can use these on your body as well. You can use them on your chest. You can use them on your shoulders. I also have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer Liquid Bronzer. Better Glow Liquid Bronzer. And I do mix this in with my foundation to darken up my foundation a little bit. I only have a couple of foundations that are for my summer shade, my summer skin. The rest of the time, I'm just color correcting. And also, I will use this by itself on my chest, on my shoulders. It gives a beautiful glow. This one is almost gone. I have another one. They were both gift with purchase, and I love them. I don't know exactly how big the normal size is, like the regular size. I'm not sure how big they are, but now I want to talk about some bronzers. I have several bronzers here in front of me that I cannot wait to use because these are definitely my summer shades. So the first one is a Franken. This is something that I made myself and it is called Brindle. I named it Brindle and it is beautiful. It has a little bit of glow to it. And this is a mixture of the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Vacay Mood, which is a very cool toned shade. I mixed it with the Persona bronzer stick in the shade Sahara, which is very dark and very warm. And that was really nice, but it was just a little too dark for me. So then I mixed in an ABH contour stick, which was entirely too light for me to use as a contour. And I mixed them all together, and they are a perfect shade of bronzer. And I can't wait. Let me blend it out. You guys, it is so pretty. It is a perfect bronzer shade. So I can't wait to use that, but I won't let myself use it until I'm done with this because it's almost gone. This is also a mixture. But for actual products, I have the ABH Cream Bronzer. I love this bronzer. This was a gift to me from my friend Laura, and it has not seen enough love because this is definitely a summer shade for me. It's very warm, and there is so much product in here. So I'm hoping that I could at least reach some pan this year. I would love to be able to hit the bottom of this year, but I can't wait to use that. And then I have two other cream bronzers. This one is from Nude Sticks, and this is a matte plus glow core bronzer. So it has a matte bronzer, and then you can't see the core because I use my brush and it gets all weird, but there's a glow core in the middle. And this is actually a blush, but I bought the shade Tan Glow, and it is a beautiful bronzer. I bought it to use as a bronzer, and it is a beautiful bronzer. Very warm, very pretty, very glowy. Love it. And I honestly think I'm probably going to finish this year because that's all I have left. So it might be gone by the end of summer, which I'd be ecstatic about. They usually do have these in the 21 Days of Beauty. Most recently, and you'll see some blushes as well, e.l.f. came out with the Soft Glam bronzer sticks and blush sticks. I love a stick. I love a bronzer stick. I love a blush stick. And they're $7. And this is the shade Medium. I bought the light medium and I bought the medium. And that is what it looks like. Let me blend it out for you. Again, so beautiful. Now this one doesn't have the glow to it that this does, but it has a natural finish. So it's not a matte finish. So it is very pretty. Also, you can always glow it up yourself. So those are all for my cream bronzers that I am so excited to use. I have two powder bronzers. This is the Melt Butter Bronzer, and this one is in the shade All Buttered Up. This is my darker one that I have. And the reason that I love these bronzers so much is that they are a rosy tone bronzer. And I love a rosy tone tan. I want to look like I've been out in the sun all day and I have like a kiss of sun, a little bit of a sunburn. And it's just such a pretty finish. It does have a little bit of a glow to it. It's very pretty. And then the other bronzer that I can't wait to use is the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer. And this one is in the shade Toasted Butterscotch. I also have Honey Bun, but this is a little bit darker. And I have shouted these products from the rooftops so many times because they are amazing. And this is what that looks like. The True Blend Skin Enhancer blushes and bronzers have a little bit of a glow to them. And they're not shimmery, they're not glittery. They're just a beautiful lit from within glow. Oh, they're so pretty. And I love them. I love the blushes, I love the bronzers, I love them all. Moving on to blushes, I have several cream blushes here. Several of them. We're going to start with Nude Sticks. I have 4 nude sticks here, 2 of the stacks and 2 of the sticks. So the stacks. One that I just got recently in my FabFitFun. It is kind of a terracotta. It is called Cheeky Coral. And I wouldn't really call it a coral. I would call it more of a terracotta shade. And it is beautiful. And I can't stop using it. Since I've gotten it, it has been in my drawer over here. And I love putting this on, even if I'm not wearing a full face of makeup. If I just put it on my cheeks, because it's almost like a bronzer slash blush. What do they call those? Blonzers? whatever. And I put it a little bit over my nose, and it's just such a beautiful finish. Also, you can use this on your lips. You can use this on your eyes. This is a multi-purpose product. The second stacks that I have, I bought this specifically for summer. I bought it last year. This is called Fruit Punch, and this is a red. And oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. I put too much. I put too much. That is what it looks like, but I'm going to blend it out for you. It just takes a little bit, and that is what it looks like. And talking about that sunburn look, it's gorgeous. I have two more from Nude Sticks, and these are also the Matte Plus Glow Core, and this one is in the shade Peachy Pearl. And again, I use it with a brush, so it doesn't stay all beautiful, but that is what it looks like. Let me blend it out. And it is a beautiful peachy, warm peachy shade for summer. The last one of the Nude Sticks that I have, this is the Matte Plus Glow Core, and this is in the shade Magenta Magic. And sometimes I don't always want to do a warm look for summer. Sometimes I want color. And if that's the case, I'm going to use a cool toned blush. And that is what that looks like. Let me blend it out for you. And this gives such a beautiful pinky flush to your cheeks. I love the Nude Sticks for those no makeup days. I don't have very many of those, but if I know I'm not leaving the house, but I know I want to use some of my makeup or play in my makeup, then I will use the Nude Sticks. You can use them on your lips, your cheeks, and your eyes. Now I have 3 of the Soft Glam blush sticks. They got me. $7. $7 each. And I have 3 shades. And so let's start with the scariest one. This one is Heat Cheek. Heat Cheek or Heat Check? Heat Check. And this is what that looks like. It is also a red. Let's do it over here. And blend it out. Beautiful. I have not used these yet, but I have swatched every single one of them. And then another shade that I got is called Melon Drama. So this is more of a orange. And that is what that looks like. Again, kind of scary. I don't have anything like this. I don't have any oranges like this, but for those warm, bronzy summer looks, I thought it would be beautiful. And then the last one I have, that is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Blush Stick, is Bubblegum. Oh, Gumball. It's called Gumball. And it is a light pink. That is what that looks like. And let's blend it out. These blend out so similar to the Nude Sticks. I love Nude Sticks. Nude Sticks is one of my favorite brands for complexion products. I love their foundation. I love their bronzers. I love their blushes. I love their lip products as well. But these e.l.f. blush and bronzer sticks, they're very similar. I definitely would recommend, let's do something. You want to? I'm going to put the Fruit Punch next to the Heat Check. Let's see how they compare, because I'm curious as well. They're very similar. This one has more of a red. This is the Fruit Punch. This is the Heat Check. This, I believe, has a little bit more orange to it. And this has a little bit more red to it. But they blend out very similarly. Very, very similarly. That's interesting. Maybe I'll have to do a video comparing the two. Maybe I will. Those are all my cream blushes. I do have a few powder blushes right here that I'm going to use. Of course, we have the NYX Buttermelt This one is in the shade For the Butter, and this is just a beautiful rosy pink. So that is what that looks like, and it's just a really pretty rosy pink. A little bit deeper than like a mauve, but it's gorgeous. And then I also, because I also like to use color, like this magenta right here, we have the shade All the Butter, which is more of a purple. And if I'm going color on my eyes, I will wear something like this, something very, very cool toned. Maybe I'll mix the two together. Maybe I'll mix this with a cool pink shade just to tone it down a little bit. Let me swatch this one for you. I think that these NYX Buttermelt products are so, so good. There's that. And then the last blush that I have is the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer in the shade Strawberry Drizzle. And I bought this to go with the Nude Sticks Fruit Punch and the Heat Check because it is a red blush. But the finish on this is absolutely gorgeous. It's a little scary. You have to do a light hand with it. But when you blend it out, it is so beautiful. It'll be perfect for summer. Absolutely perfect for summer. And I can't wait. I can't wait for my face to look sunburned. I'm just saying. I want my face to look sunburned. I want to look tan with a sunburn without actually having a sunburn because I don't want a sunburn, but I want to look like I have a sunburn. Now I'm going to move on to face palettes. So this is the Belgian Waffle, BH Belgian Waffle palette. This is one of my favorite face palettes. I will never get rid of this. Well, I mean, if it stops working, if it stops performing, of course I will. But this is pretty old and that's not happened yet. These bronzers are beautiful bronzers. They do not go orange on me. They're very neutral, but they're great for summer. These two over here are great for summer. In the spring, early spring, and in the winter time, I kind of swish between these two. And then in the summer, I swish between these two. And then these highlighters. This highlighter is a very deep highlighter for my skin tone. But in the summer, for my shoulders and for my chest, it is perfect. So I will be using that. And then the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer Dream Team palette. I've had this on my Ulta Once list for so long. And then they had it for like $13 and I picked it up because the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer is my favorite. It's my holy grail bronzer. It is the bronzer that I love more than any other bronzer that I've ever tried. And I've tried some high end. But this is beautiful. This matte bronzer is beautiful. This finishing powder is beautiful. This is a beautiful blush. These are just really staple shades for me. So that will stay out all summer. I have these Sydney Grace highlighters, and these two are actually considered highlighters, but they are a little deep. They're more of a bronzer or a bronze lighter for me. So I love using these in the summer, especially this one. I actually had this in my, I can't remember what I put into, 3 uses, and I decided to take it out and bring it back in the summer, but I've since used it a couple of times and I just love it. Sydney Grace highlighters are just so flippin' beautiful, and they give you a beautiful glow without looking glittery or without looking sparkly. And I can't stand the glitter or sparkle. So I can't wait to bring these two guys in. And I also have my Benefit blush palette. I depotted all of my Benefit blushes and put them in this. And this Terra shade right here is perfect for summer and fall, summer going into fall because it is so deep. And I think that with some color on my face, that will look really good. Plus we have the Shelly shade, which is a beautiful peach, and then the Georgia. I could probably use that almost like a blush lighter because these do have a little bit of a glow to them. Let's move on to eyeshadow palettes. I have 6 eyeshadow palettes here. I will probably leave them in all summer because these are definitely summer palettes for me. The first 2 are Natasha Denona, and it is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. I got this from the Ipsy Drop Shop. Very inexpensive. I think I paid $25 for it. and it is gorgeous. It is summer, summer, summer. I can't wait to use it. I've not used it at all because I bought it in the winter. And as we know, I am a seasonal makeup wearer. I also have the Golden palette. And I got this last year for my birthday from my friend Donna. And again, just a beautiful, glowy, bronzy, golden, perfect for summer palette. When she gave this to me, I used it so much. It doesn't look like, yeah, it does. There's actually some dips in there. So yeah, can't wait to use that. Now, this is also a neutral palette. I've never used it. I got this from Leanna. I believe she decluttered it. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this plastic off of it. But this is an LA Girl palette. I have swatched it, but I have not actually used it. This is an LA Girl palette. This is the LA Girl Sun Kissed Glow eyeshadow palette. I am so excited to use this. I love LA Girl formula. I think that they have a beautiful formula and they're very inexpensive. I'm not sure if this palette is still available, but they do have a beautiful formula and they're very, very inexpensive. So I can't wait to use that this summer. I will put this back on. Oh, I remembered why this is on here, because it has the shade names on it. Like, why did I put that back on there? It has the shade names on it. Now the next three have color to them. I know, who am I? But this is the Violet Voss Flamingo palette. I got this from my friend Ash for my birthday. I don't remember how long ago. It's been a while, but I bring this out every summer. Since I've gotten it, I bring it out every summer, and I love playing in this palette. Violet Voss formula is also a very beautiful formula, and this is just so fun. I am a summer lover. I am a summer girl, and even though I don't like a lot of blues or yellows, I love creating looks with this palette that are very summer, very inspiring. These bright pinks, there's some really bright pinks in here. I did this No Pan Left Behind in my deck of panning, not last summer, but the summer before that, I believe. And I just had so much fun using this. Such a great formula. The next one actually is on my chopping block. It is on my chopping block. So I will be bringing this into my Project 3 uses. And it is the Glamlight Ice Cream Dream palette. There's nothing wrong with this palette. The reason it's on my chopping block is because this is not a color story that I normally gravitate toward. And I think that someone else would probably love it so much more than me, but I can't get rid of it. I wanted this for so long and they had it on sale. Glamlight had it on sale and I snatched it up, but I had to have it. And now I'm like, what do I do with it? Like, I don't even wear these. I've worn the neutral shades. Did I put this in for no, I didn't put this in for No Pan Left Behind, I don't think. I put it in for a usage goal and I used the neutral shades. Why? These shimmers are just so beautiful. Why would I do that? Like, look at those. Those are so much fun. And so I have made it a point that I am going to bring this in this summer and I'm going to use the heck out of it. And I believe it will pair really nicely, if I need something to pair with it. It will pair very nicely with my last palette, and this is the Rick and Morty. I recently brought this in to my deck of panning for No Pan Left Behind because I got in it for the long haul, and this will be in for the long haul because, as we've already established, I don't wear shades like this. So, but it's such a beautiful palette. My friend Ash got this palette in a box, or I forget where they got it, but it was living in my head. Like, after they showed it to me, I was like, what? Why do I want that palette so much? I found it unused on Mercari and I bought it. And no regrets here. It is gorgeous. It is so beautiful. And I really, honestly can't wait. I can't wait to use it. Let me know, what are your favorite summer products, your favorite eyeshadow palettes, your favorite blushes, your favorite lipsticks. So now make sure that you watch our collab next month because we are going to be putting these products to use. We are going to do a get ready with me using the summer products that we brought in this month. So don't forget to go over and check out Leanna and find out what products she's bringing in for summer. thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.